You guys may be wondering, are we hitting a bottom? With that being said, tech is currently oversold right now, but bonds have to change to see a bottom overall. But everybody is negative on data and news, and we just need good news to come out for some better days. With that being said, we did have 2 days consecutively where we've seen green in the market. So maybe if we get 3 good days, you might see a market shift, and keep on going up. There are many puts in the market still, so people are showing that people are shorting the stocks right now. With that being said, this is what happened on Friday. Mostly everything in the S&P 500 is green. With that being said, let's go back to the weekly and show you guys a little bit more red. So, overall for the week, last week, Apple was down 10%. You had Google down 3%. Nvidia up 10% for the week, which is crazy. And that kind of brought the S&P up a little bit more and showed better market sentiment. And we had some decent news with Nvidia overall. And we do have a conference coming up too. We're going to be talking about that a little bit later. But with that being said, happy at the bottom. It's not really too sure yet. I'm not bullish or bearish with the market, but overall, we trade different ways. We have a long term, short term, and we even swing trade. So with that being said, I'm going to be telling you guys some decent plays today, some news that is moving the market, and moves that happen over the weekend, and things to look at for next week. Let's start off with some earnings. So basically, earnings for starting next week. If you guys want to screenshot this list, you guys can. With that being said, we do have some decent ones on Thursday. You got Nike, FedEx. I think these ones are going to be moving decently, and these are some of the some stocks that I have long term in too. So I'm pretty pumped to see that. But with that being said, these are the earnings. If you guys want to screenshot it, comment down below any other stocks that is in earnings this week that you guys are invested in and or very pumped to see. That being said, some of the calendar for next week, what is going on. So we do got U.S. retail sales on Monday, an hour before market opens. Some Empire State Manufacturer Survey, retail sales minus autos. You got business inventories, home builder. And then Tuesday, we got housing starts, building permits, stuff like that. Not really going to move the market. But you do have the import price index minus fuel. And you got some other things too that might move the market. But all these are before market opens. With that being said, I do recommend looking at things that move during market hours too, but there's not really anything major. But on Wednesday, we have an interest rate decision at 2 p.m. It's always at 2 p.m., But with that being said, this can move the market up or down. So be very cautious at 2 p.m. if you guys are in any trades, any day trades, even swing trades, and even your long terms. You might even be able to, scoop up some more long terms if you keep on going down. But this can really determine where we're going to be for the rest of the week. We might even see Monday and Tuesday green. I'm not saying we will, but we might see Monday and Tuesday green. And then Wednesday can be the determining factor of where we're going for the future. But with that being said, Thursday, we got some jobless claims. That moves the market sometimes. And Friday, we don't have anything on Friday, but this is the schedule if you guys want to screenshot it, and or you guys can just go on Market Watch. This is what I use personally. You guys can use your own, but literally just Google stock market calendar and it will come up. That being said, some news. So we do have the NVIDIA, basically a meeting, and this can move NVIDIA stock a decent amount. The annual event, it kicks off on Monday. So keep this on your radar. I recommend looking at this if you're investing in NVIDIA. But with that being said, NVIDIA can move the overall market. So honestly, just keep this on your watch and just see how overall stocks move. But NVIDIA can really move the SPY and other tech stocks too, especially AI stocks. So another thing kind of hyping up some other stocks, but one super stock that could join NVIDIA, Apple, and Microsoft, and Google, and Amazon, and Meta in the $1 trillion club. You got Oracle. So Oracle has been a decent stock, has been moving pretty decently too at the same time. We're currently trading at $149. And with that being said, the market cap is 400 billion right now, and they're kind of hyping it up right now. So with that being said, keep this one on your mind and on your radar. Basically, they're just saying in the next coming years that it will cross a $1 trillion line. So look at Oracle as a long-term stock. If people are if people are hyping it up to the 1 trillion club within the next couple of years. I mean, if you have a long-term, I recommend holding it for more than 10 years. Don't even touch it. But with that being said, the stock could earn a whopping 148% gain. So that's almost 150% that you get on your stock. So if you put even if you put $100, you're getting 148 back. So just keep that in your mind for your long-term. So Oracle is a decent stock to look at long-term and even short-term swing trading, anything that you want. But yeah, but Dow pops more than 650 points in relief, bounce Friday. So as you guys know, Friday we had a decent bounce up, and Monday also, or not Monday, sorry, Friday. I'm tripping. but it still posts the worst week since 2023. So we did have a horrible week, but we are seeing a little bit of a rebound on Friday. But with that being said, Mondays for the like overall 2025 has been the worst days of the stock market, so keep that in mind. We might even see a bearish trend on Monday just because of how bad the days were, but you never know. We might get a little reversal because Friday was the same way. Most of the Fridays were red, and then last week we seen a green Friday, so it might shift a little bit. With that being said, they're slamming Trump for the use of a Tesla dealership while stock market was in a free fall. So they're basically kind of roasting Trump a little bit, kind of like promoting Tesla, but the whole overall market was dropping. This is something small. Trump is getting a little bit more hate, so maybe he'll, look at the stock market a little bit more. With that being said, another thing is that the stock U.S. stocks has underperformed global markets since Trump took office. This is a little chart if you guys want to see it. Just interesting. And some other things. We got Meta test custom AI training chip to reduce NVIDIA dependency. So this can bring NVIDIA down and Meta up. So keep this on your mind because if this really works out, you might see a little bit more of a downtrend in NVIDIA overall too, and then Meta going up because they're going to be making, their custom AI training chip. So this is just something interesting that I've seen. And just watch Meta to the upside, honestly, with this news, especially if it works. We also got some chip war. Chinese startup aims to break NVIDIA's grip on AI. So basically, man, we're getting a lot of negative things on NVIDIA. Basically, I mean, I don't think NVIDIA is ever gonna like fall down a bunch, but it's still gonna be a great long term stock to be in, especially if you got in back in the day. Like a year ago, literally. But with that being said, we are getting a little bit more hate. But with that being said, let's look at some price action, some stocks to look at. So basically, MSTR has been moving pretty decently just because of the good news we have been getting with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's not really looking too good right now. With that being said, let me get an actual chart. So basically, Bitcoin's price right now is 83,000. We did kind of fall down a little bit to that 82, and then now we kind of rallied back up. With that being said, we have been getting great news with Bitcoin. Trump has been kind of incorporating it more with news and kind of just coming out with more things overall. And honestly, you might be able to see Bitcoin back up at that 90,000. With that being said, a stock to look at, or two stocks, honestly, is MSTR and Coinbase. With that being said, MSTR, I'm very, very pumped to see the movements. Maybe we can get another downtrend in Bitcoin if the interest rate decisions isn't really that good. We could probably see MSTR back down to that 250, all the way down to that 230 level. And as you guys can see, like literally recently, we were all the way down, like let's say this day right here, we were down to that 260, all the way up to that 290. That's a great swing trade to look at. So I do recommend looking at MSTR if Bitcoin does have like a big rally up or down, and you can just join the hype, but don't get in too late. And once you see profit, take profit. That's what I recommend. With that being said, some price targets to look at. I recommend looking at that $300 level, up at that $300 level, that 310, 320, 330, 340, 350. This stock moves fast and you got to be in. This stock moves like $20 at a time. I'm not even gonna lie. Like if you see it go up, it'll go up $20 and go down $20. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, man. This stock moves like horribly fast. With that being said, to the downside, I'll look at that 290, 280, 275, 270, all the way down to the downside, and probably even get down to those 250 levels. That being said, let's look at the overall SPY, everybody's favorite stock, hopefully, because this thing can move a decent amount too. But with that being said, with the overall SPY, I do recommend looking at the highs and the lows from Friday. So basically, we're going to be looking at that 362, or 364, sorry. If we can break that 364, we're going to go up. So 364 to that 365, 370, look at that 370, and then maybe even 385 if we keep on going green. To the downside, we'll look at that I keep on saying three. I apologize. I'm not even going to cut it out. We're just going to keep it going. But 560. So basically 570 is a high that I was talking about. But yeah, to the downside, 560, and then 555, and then all the way down to where we were before in that 550 level. If we could break below that 550 level, we're probably going to make another low all the way down to that 549 to that 548 level. So keep that on your mind and on your radar. Apple, we have been honestly decently dropping with Apple too, consistently. But I mean, if we hit a bottom with SPY, we might have hit a bottom with Apple. But I'm not saying we hit a bottom yet. But just look at these lows of 208 and then the highs of, like 214 to that 220 level. But honestly, I recommend looking at that 215, 220, 225, and 230. Just look at look at it by the fives, And to the downside, I will look at that 208 once again. But right now, we do have some time to break down. So I'll look at that 210, 209, 208, and then 207, and then 205, and then maybe even getting down to those lows of 200. If we can break 200, we might even see more bearishness. That being said, NVIDIA, we got those meetings and stuff like that. So honestly, I think NVIDIA is going to be really volatile right now, or this week. So keep that on your mind. So I would recommend looking at that 125 level. And then if we break that 125, 127, 129, that 130 is going to be a key level. And if we break past that 130 once again, man, we can get 132. And then if we break above that 133, we can probably even get 135. So just keep this on your mind. And maybe even 140 if people are like very pumped. But with that bad news, look at it to the downside too. So 120, 117, 115, 114, and then that 110 level, and then those lows of 104. So keep this on your mind and on your radar. With that being said, thanks for watching the video. Smash the like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.